Buongiorno e miei amici. Bonjour mes amis und guten Tag meine liebe Freunde. We have yet another addition to our inventory here. This is oldie but goodie. 2006 Jaguar XK8 Victory Edition in a very rare color. This is Bay Blue, which is a little darker than Pacific Blue. And I like to point out this color was only used on the Victory Edition cars. So we're going to move very slowly around just to give you guys a chance to appreciate the condition that this car is in. As with all Victory Edition cars, it comes with 19-inch chrome Atlas wheels that happen to have Pirelli P0 tires on them with a staggered setup, 245 4019 in the back and 255 4019 in the 245 4019 in the front and 255 4019 on the back. So navy blue top, which is my favorite. Notice no tear marks or anything like that, and I have nothing but praise for these convertible tops. Yes, they look they don't look as elegant as the convertible tops that you see on Maserati and Aston Martin, where they're seamless attached to the glass. They have this silly looking gasket going all around the glass. But let me tell you, this works wonders. You'll never see this glass coming detached from a convertible top. So, and these cars are getting long in the tooth now. For this particular example, an 06 being in 2024, this is an 18-year-old car. And look at this, not a sign of any wear or anything like that. The interior on these Bay Blue Victory Edition cars is only ivory. You can have any color as long as it's ivory, kind of like what Ford said. You can have any color as long as it's black. And you notice for the Victory Edition cars, you get these parallel stitching lines as opposed to arcs like in the other non-Victory Edition cars, and you get a better quality leather. This is Connolly leather, which is a finer grain of leather. Also, you get these cool sill plates here with checker mark pattern and elm wood interior, which is lighter than walnut. This particular example here, I like what they did. Usually Victory Edition cars come with perforated leather steering wheel. The gentleman who had this car thought that the steering wheel was too thin and wimpy looking, so he had it professionally wrapped in leather, and I kind of like it actually. I do agree that that perforated leather steering wheel is kind of thin, doesn't feel as beefy as it should. And this did a good job. Whoever did the work did a good job of wrapping it. So if you don't like it, you're welcome to just cut the stitching here and just take it right off if you don't like it. But I kind of like it the way it is. 4.2 liter engine. Looks very clean. We just had it, I don't know if you can see with this low light here, we just had the oil changed, and we just had the car serviced. We also replaced the alternator. And for a sports car, these cars are very reliable, I have to say. The only issues that I've seen happen from time to time is the seat modules malfunctioning, which results in the seat being stuck in one position or another. which is a pretty easy fix to do. The worst thing that can happen on these cars, as I mentioned before, is the convertible top. It has hydraulic lines that run from the, I can show you the trunk here too. There's a nice thing about this car, how big the trunk is. Look at that. You don't get on an Aston Martin or Maserati Gran Turismo. Those cars, the Gran Turismo, I'm telling you right now, the trunk space is about from here to here and back. That's it. So this is like 3 times as big. Anyway, I was talking about the pump that sits behind that panel, and it runs hydraulic lines to the ram. That rams are basically these arms that bring the top back, and you got 2 more lines running to the front. Here, and they catch the convertible top. They bring it down. You'll see when we open the top. So that's the worst thing that can happen when the lines burst, and then you have to replace them. So if you're a patient man like I am, you can do it yourself. Just take out the old lines and put the new lines in the same place the old ones are. So it's not rocket science, but you'll have to have enough patience to do it all. So let's start this little baby doll here, and I'll open the top as well. Button operation, just push this button here. Wait for it to do its thing. Notice the hook goes in here. So there's a hook up here that catches the latch. That's where the hook is, and it catches this catch. Now, if you're ready to go, top down, which I don't suggest on a cold day like today. By the way, it's brutal cold here in North Carolina by North Carolina standards, and by that I mean it's what, 32 degrees, honey?
26.
26, there you go. So that's brutal cold. I know you guys up north will laugh at me for calling that brutal cold, but for us in North Carolina, it's unusual cold, okay? I'm not trying to make a fashion statement with this scarf I'm wearing. It's just that it's really cold, okay? So that's how you snap this back into place, and that protects these grommets sit behind the top here. Just hang up. And yeah, this is how this thing holds everything in place, so you protect the inside of the top. Now, if you want to close it, you'll have to remember to take these things off, because if you try to close it, it will try to push, and you having this boot cover on top of it, it will not allow you to do so. So to remove it, you just pull these little tabs here. And then just take it out, throw it in the trunk. By the way, this one comes with a storage bag. Isn't that nice? Put it over here. And since we're at this chapter here, let me show you the trunk. And another advantage of having this Jaguar is that you have a spare tire. That's the battery right there, runs in the trunk. And a fuse box here. You have a 60D changer in there. and a navigation DVD player there. And you have a spare tire. It's a donut, but it's better than nothing. The other cars I mentioned, which I love by the way, do not come with a spare. So if you want to drive a car like that across the country, you're taking a leap of faith, more or less. Now with this one, I know it's a spare, it's a donut, but in a pinch you can still drive it to the nearest town and have the time replaced. Now if you want to close the top, all you need to do is just push this button forward and wait for it to do its thing. Notice the hood popped up, and it's catching this latch here. And if you look at the back windows, they go back to back windows. So now I suggest taking her on a quick ride and see how she drives. So I've gotten really good gas mileage with these cars. If you don't have a heavy foot like I do, and you have the patience to drive 55 or 60 miles per hour, you can get mileage as good as 28 miles per gallon or better. No warning lights of any kind. 49,300 miles, just about the top. 49,300. This car is a cruiser. It will not push you in the back of your seat and snap your neck. No, far from it. But you will travel in comfort and style, I might add. It's very pleasant to the eye. I actually have a customer who bought one of these cars. He bought an 06 in Topaz, which is gold, cashmere. Hello Jerry, it's for you. This dedication is for you. And even now he likes it so much that he pulls up a chair in the driveway and he looks at the car and admires the angles from front to back and back to front. It's that beautiful. And you can judge for yourself how smooth this car is. It's got a nice suspension. It's not firm, it's not soft. It's just right. It's got Bilstein shocks all the way around, as opposed to the XK8 that has electronic shocks. This has just what I call dumb shocks. Not as smart as the electronics, but on the other hand, not as costly to replace. So I hope you enjoyed our small presentation. Thank you for spending the time with us, and until next time, au revoir.